Most Republicans have somewhat moved on from the casual homophobia that was a calling card of their party for so many years. They've evolved slightly and now they mostly target the trans community. It's still awful, but they think it's a bit more defensible. Not all of them though. Lauren Boebert likes the old school homophobia still as well, and she decided to use Pete Buttigieg's recent paternity leave, like so many other Republican pundits before her, to attack him. And so Pete Buttigieg and his husband had announced that they had adopted 2 kids, Penelope Rose and Joseph August, and went on paternity leave. How dare they? Pete Buttigieg put up a tweet saying, Chasten and I are beyond thankful for all the kind wishes since first sharing the news that we're becoming parents. We are delighted to welcome the kids to our family. I'm glad that the wishes he saw were kind because the ones I've been seeing for a while are hardly that. She had something else to say about his decision to go on paternity leave. Here she is.
Mayor Pete was on a 2-month paternity, whatever the heck you want to call it, leave. The guy was gone, okay? The guy was not working. Because why? He was trying to figure out how to chest feed. Maybe someone should tell him, please, so he can get back to work. Listen, I'm a mother of 4. I delivered one of my children in the front seat of my truck because as a mom of 4, we got things to do. Ain't nobody got time for 2.5 months of maternity leave. We have a world to save here.
Hold up, is she implying that she gave birth in a truck because she was just busy? I feel like you could plan ahead, like you can take the day or something. You don't have to take the maternity leave if you don't want to. You can get out of the Ranger though. There's hospitals, even where you live. But anyway, there was a lot there, admittedly. So I don't know why she has a YouTube show or something. Like they panned and then put up a sidebar graphic. Go legislate, you weirdo. You're in elected office. You're not supposed to be trying to get a show on Newsmax. She also used the expression chest feed. Is she not allowed to say breastfeed? Is this the next thing after Let's Go Brandon? How many words can they not say? It's called breastfeeding, and your joke about it in the context of 2 gay men who just have kids is just old school homophobia. That's all it is. Now, she doesn't really stand out in this respect. Tucker Carlson made the same joke. They all do. They all think it's hilarious that these 2 men are trying to be women. They're not trying to be women. They're not trying to be anything. They are 2 gay men who have kids and they're acting like parents. That's what they are acting like. Why that offends her? I don't know on a personal level, but I do know what movement she's a part of. Because there, she not only mocked paternity leave, a word that she doesn't seem to understand, she also, let's be clear, went beyond many of the other commentators like your Joe Rogans and like your Tucker Carlsons and mocked the idea of people going on maternity leave as well. Apparently, if you go on maternity leave, you're just not that busy. And look, for some, this sort of messaging might actually work. It might make you feel ashamed to take the leave that you are owed if you're in one of the very few states that actually has it or work for one of the few companies that actually does it. It might make you feel like, hey, isn't it better if I don't take it? I'm gonna be as self-serving, as self-righteous, pull myself up by my bootstraps as Lauren Boebert is. Maybe it gives you those feelings, but let's be clear, regardless of the particular form that the manipulation comes in, this is not intended to benefit you. This is intended to benefit your boss. The only person that suffers when you go on leave is your company. Your boss, they might have to pay for a replacement or they might have to pay you for your time off and they don't want to do that. And so they cloak their pro-corporate, pro-CEO, pro-boss talking points with this nonsensical bootstraps BS. Almost swore there. It's very easy to target men with that. That's what people like Joe Rogan are trying to do, but she is not satisfied with that. She wants to make sure that the moms as well. You drop your kid off in the passenger seat and then you get right back to work. You leave the kid in there until after your shift or after your double shift if you have to. It's nonsense. The homophobia is just an added layer on top of it, but let's be very clear about what this is. It is part of a concerted effort to make sure that American workers, possibly the most disrespected workers in the world from the point of view of their own politicians and those in charge in their country, never aspire to have a better life, never aspire to a better quality of their life.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.